Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about the materials that we're going to cover in Lab 2, which is importing, filtering, and formatting data in Microsoft Excel. So let's go over the things that I want to show you guys. So in this class, we're going to learn how to import a data and then how to filter it. Then we will format the tables and we will use some functions like freeze panes. So you can have notepads or text files what you can import in this Excel file so that you have the data. I have already uploaded some data, which is Y position and Z position in the web campus. You can download them to practice this importing in Excel function. So for importing the files, we have Y and Z, two text files, and the time resolution is 1 second. Now, how can we import that? So let's see. I have already uploaded the files named Y data and Z data in your web campus. So please download that. And if I open these files, you can see it has 2 columns of data. So yeah, the Y data and the Z data also has 2 columns of data. Now, how can we import these data in Excel? There are 2 ways I'm going to show you guys in this video. The first way is really simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open a new Excel workbook, and then I'm going to open the text file that I need to import, and then click anywhere in the text file and press Ctrl A, which will select all the data here. Press Ctrl C, and that will copy the data. Now I will click here on the cell B2 and press Ctrl V to paste it. And you can see I have successfully imported the data. I have left this column blank because this column, we'll define this column as a time vector. So we'll just leave it now for now. And I have left out these first row because we will put some header on top of it. So that's pretty easy. Now the task says that we have to open this Excel workbook. You have to name it in this convention, and then import it in row 2 for both datasets and exclude the second column for the datasets. So there was 2 columns for each dataset. We have to get rid of the second column. One way to do it is to just, as I said, I just pasted these. Now I can select the whole column here by going over to this letter, which is, you can see that the cursor changes from this white plus sign to downward black cursor. So if I click on that, this will select all the values of that column and just press delete. That's it. That's how we have got rid of the second column of this Y data. Now this is our Y data, so I'll just label it Y. Let's say Y position. And let's say the unit is meter. Now you can see it's just exceeded a little bit, so I can come here. When the cursor changes to this sign, I can click and increase the width of this column. So now it's more visible. Okay, so now let's do for the other one. So let's open the file Z data. Let's click on anywhere, press Ctrl A to select all the data, Ctrl C to copy it. Now click on this C2 cell and press Ctrl B. Now it has pasted both the columns in C and D, but remember we have to get rid of the second column, so we don't need this D column here. So as before, I will hover this cursor towards this letter D. That will change my cursor. Click on that. It selected all the elements of column D. Just press delete, and that's it. I have got rid of the second column of Z data. So now I have to write this as Z position, and also the unit is in meters. So I can increase the width of this. Okay. All I need is to create a time vector. So I'll just write time, and bracket, say second. As you see, it just cut off a little bit, so I need to increase the width. Okay, so I'll say the time increases 1 second at a time. So it starts from 1, and with 1 second increment, it will go up to whatever data we have. So I'll press enter. Now type 2 here, and just browse for a sec. Okay, so press 2. Okay, so I just pressed, I'll redo that. So click on that, this cell, A2, press 1, enter. Now press 2, enter. Now click on that, press Shift, and press the downward key, and select both of these cells. Now you can just come here on the bottom right corner, double click on it. It will automatically fill up all the values that we need. So that's it. Now, how can we plot these? So as before, what we can do is we can select all these columns, like click on this A, then press Shift, click here, and keep pressing the Shift and click here so that it will select all the data from column A, B, and C. Go to Insert, and go to the scatter plot like before, and there is our plot. And you can see we have 2 color on the same plot. One is the blue, it's representing the Y position, and the other one is the Z position. So it automatically contains the legend. So you can go press on this plus icon, improve the axis, update the axis titles. Like here, we can say the title for the x-axis is time in seconds, right? And for the y-axis, it's the position in meters. Yeah. And in the title, we can say position versus time. Yep. So yeah, that's how we are going to. So we have imported that and plotted it. So let's see if we can do it in another way. This is the easier way, so I showed you guys this one first. Now we can import this text file in a different way. Let's just open another sheet, and you can import it like this. So go to this tab called Data, and now from the second from the left, you can see this thing called from text/CSV. So this can import your text files. So if we click on that, and if you have this folder selected, press on, say, the Y data, and press import. Now that will show this dialog box. So it's just asking me if all the data looks correct or something. Yeah, so if it is, then we can do it. But the thing is, we need to get rid of this column, the second column, and also we need to position this in this second column of our sheet. So one thing I can do is I can press edit like this, and here you can just select all the columns, the second columns, and we can just press delete. That way we just got rid of all the data. Now if we just click on close and load, and you have your data. So this is our Y data that we're looking for. Now I can click on the whole column and press Control X to cut the data, Control X, press on the cell B2 and paste it. Oops. So let's just select it like this. So yeah, let's select up to this, Control X. Yeah, okay. And we can do the same for Z values, and then we have our data. So it's pretty simple. Okay. Now, the thing is, we have our data, and let's go to this PowerPoint. Yeah, as I've shown you guys, this is the plot you're going to get if you plot all the data from Y position and Z position versus time. So now what we have to do is we have to filter the data. So imagine that you have a condition like, what if someone asks you to only have the data which has positive for both Y and Z position. Only the positive data will be shown in the chart. So how can we do that? How can we do the filtering? So what we have to do is just first select all these. Like I'll click on here, press Shift, click this, press Shift again, continue pressing, and click on this. Press Control C to copy that and go to another sheet, an empty sheet, and paste it. So now we will see how to filter the data. Okay, so let's go to this data tab from before, and if you press filter here, you can see you can also press Control Shift L. That will make the filter work. So I'll just press on the filters. I'll maximize this. Okay, so as I press filter, you can see there is this drop down option that appeared. So we can actually change these one by one, whatever we need. So let's change the Y position first. Click on that, and if we go down, there's this thing called number of filters. Now we need all the things to be positive. So let's say we say the condition is greater than, let's put 0. So whatever value has greater than 0 values, it will keep that and discard all and put all the other values on the bottom or hide it. So let's put OK, and you can see it changed the data. Now it has all the positive values, but you can see on the Z position there's still negative values. So we have to do it again for this column. Come here, press this one, number filters, greater than 0. Okay. And now you can see this is what we have. After filtering the data, we only have the data that has both Y and Z position as positive. So this is how we can filter the data, and it should look like this, as I've shown you in the Excel workbook. And the next topic is how to freeze a pane. So meaning freeze a pane meaning if we freeze a row, it will not change the row when we scroll it down or scroll right. So you will always see that. The benefit of this is that if you have a header of a table, it will never hide those headers from the table. Let's see. So in this file, if you just if you just go here, let's go to let's go to data. Let's go to home. Okay, and then another thing is that if you want to filter the data in a different way, you can also come to the home tab and press sort and filter, and that way you can also press the filter and it should work. So this is another way to filter your data in case you want to filter it in a different way. So okay, so now is there anything else? Okay, so yeah, you can import many things like CSVs, tables. CSV is your Excel file, so you can import different kinds of files here in your Excels. Okay, so let's see. Now, if you come to this view, so we were talking about freezing the panes. So if you come to this view tab, now you have here, if you come this way, you can see this is called freeze panes. So it has some description like freeze a portion of the sheet. So if you click on that, there is three options. One is freeze panes, like whatever row and column. Then the second is freeze top row. And the third option is freeze the first column. So let's freeze the top row, choose the second one. Now you can see it's it has frozen the first row. As I scroll down, it doesn't change the row position. But if I go back to my other sheet here, if I change my, if I scroll down, you see this row vanishes. So if you want to see that, you just have to freeze the row. Similarly, if you freeze the first column, even if you go on the right, like slide to the right, it will not, the first column will not disappear. So yeah, I think those are the topics that I wanted to discuss. I hope you guys practice that, and we will discuss this in our lab time. Thank you.